Now, for a lot of you that are actually new to this channel, we focus quite a bit on nutrition and curing most diseases, from high blood pressure, cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes. So if you guys have any questions, I'm just gonna have it quite open to anything. You guys can go ahead and ask. Are you Lebanese? Yes, I am. Originally from Lebanon and Beirut. Been here probably about close to 30 years now. Yeah, Duke is a bit tired today. He's chewing on my garlic and he's not supposed to. Hey, great seeing you again. Have you started the C60? Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, I started. I've been on it for about 3-4 days. I did a mistake. The first day I took such a high dose, I ended up having a freaking soft stool. It was kind of crazy, but so far, for inflammation wise, like I'm getting way better of a sleep compared to what I used to. I don't know if it's from it out of the sudden or not, but so far it's been really good. I'm taking such a very small dose, but eventually if I like it, I'm going to test it out for the whole month. If I like it, I'm going to end up buying their liquid. Now, their liquid is pretty pricey, but I want to see if the company can give me a deal, because right now they're giving everyone 10% off. So definitely give it a shot and let me know your thoughts as well. So far it's been excellent. No complaints. I got a job. So glad to have you here. Thank you. Aloha, bro. Is it useless to be taking magnesium taurate capsules? Kinda, because we don't get enough. Because technically, we'd like to get at least 200 milligrams of magnesium elemental and at least 3 grams of taurine. And I know the capsules, I think they only give you like 500 milligrams per capsule, but there's roughly about 400 milligrams or even 450 milligrams of taurine and very small amount of magnesium elemental. It's probably best to kind of take them separately if possible. What is C60? C60 is a carbon 60. It's actually infused, or is actually they use olive oil as a carrier. Is one of the most powerful antioxidants. Supposed to be one of the world best antioxidant. If you look at the ORAC value, you know how they always talk about turmeric being at, I think I did a video recently, I think it was being about 150,000, I think it was, while C60 is 750,000. It's one of the highest ORAC value. So it's really good for anti-inflammatory, for heart health, for gut health. And I have the link within my bio if you want to check it out as well too, with a little bit more information, and you get 10% discount with a code as well too. Can severe dysbiosis cause PVC? Yeah, because you're probably not getting proper electrolytes from specifically potassium and magnesium. That would cause the PVC issue. Got it. So magnesium chloride ion. Thank you always. Yeah, go for that and add taurine by itself, and that works the best, because we actually need quite a bit of taurine. We need about 3,000 milligrams per dose in the beginning stages, like at least for the first, I'd say 90 days, and after that I would 100% kind of reduce the amount a bit. What's the dosage for C60? I'll have to check again, but it's very minuscule, because the body cannot handle that much. That's why it's very expensive. I'll have to check the bottle again. Is apple cider vinegar healthy? Yeah, it's a good for your gut health. It does contain some good bacteria as well too, especially if you're looking to increase your acidity level. It's very important to actually have access to it, especially if you tend to eat a lot of high protein intake. Apigenin, yes, 100%. That would be my next one. It is okay, and it is one of the best one as well to use. You got spermidin, apigenin, you got C60. These are like the top products, but they are quite expensive. They're not cheap. What do you recommend for knees fluids? So you got fluids building up in the knees. Is it due to an injury? or is there like leakage, fluid leakage into the knees? That's what's happening. So we probably have to look at more of the far and near infrared healing phase. I am getting one for my elbows and my knees actually, so I'll test it out and I'll let you know what I think of it and how well it works. I'm from the Philippines. Can you do a review of moringa? I don't know if I believe much in it unless it's fermented, because our bodies are not meant to actually digest and absorb as much vitamins and minerals as they claim. If it was fermented, then yes, 100%. But consumed the way it is, you might not get the proper benefits we're looking for. But definitely we'll do a review and we'll look into it. I definitely would love to test it out. So far, the form that I've been getting here has not been fermented, so that's why I stopped consuming it or testing it. I think you just met my doctor from St. Lucia, Dr. B. Brun. Maybe I have. B. Brun. I will book a time with you. Hey, looking forward to chatting with you, Mozart, for sure. Let's chat. Whenever I take B vitamins, I get severe insomnia. I'm trying to find prenatal vitamins. Severe insomnia from vitamins B's, because it is possible could have some stimulation in it, some type of stimulant that is actually preventing you from sleeping. So you could be sensitive to something in it. We'll have to look into it. I'll have to look at the brand name. If you can send me a message, I can check it for you to see what they actually have added to it. Anything for joint pain, rebuild, arthritis, you got chondroitin, glucosamine, you have to take them daily. You got cod liver oil, you have to eliminate all oxalate vegetables, all nightshade vegetables as well too, because it's the buildup of oxalates and uric acid. In addition, you can always do the far and near infrared. I will actually talk about that a little bit more in details down the road. Ginseng and ashwagandha good for raising testosterone levels. Yes, and you can add boron 10 milligrams daily. Is black seed oil good? I have not had. The one I tested before was not that good of a product, but there've been a lot of good claims on it. It's just the problem I have with seed oils, they tend to oxidize quite fast, and I haven't had a good chance to get me a good seed oil here in Canada, but wouldn't mind testing it out and see the effect of it. It's just sometimes I get worried from getting some of these seed oils because they can cause a lot of issues with our inflammation and especially heart health, especially lipids. Is borax good? Yeah, for joint, for bone building up, 100%. Can I mix magnesium chloride, potassium, and sodium together to make an electrolyte drink? Yeah, just make sure the potassium is coming from no salt shaker, not as a supplement. Then definitely you can do that, and you can add apple cider vinegar 1 tablespoon and another probably tablespoon of lemon, fresh lemon, squeeze the fresh lemon. All should be put into like 1 liter of water. You should be good. Instead of putting sodium, you can put like Celtic sea salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon. I had a recipe before, but you can definitely try that out. It does work really good to replenish your electrolytes, which is excellent. Duke, where's the ball? It's not raining as much anymore. I eat just about. I grind my black seed and mix it with honey. So you grind the black seed and mix it with honey. Okay, that's interesting. See, one of my Asian good friends, she's a chiropractor. She used to boil the black seed, and the water, they'd actually drink the water almost about 2 tablespoons a day. Have not tried it, but there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of good benefits from what I heard. I just have not tried it myself. Now, coming from a Middle Eastern culture, we used to eat a lot of the white seed instead of the black seeds, and we make like certain oils from it, but I haven't had that for like years. What herbs or supplements can I take to lower my HbA1c, which is your HbA1c? You can take berberine or alpha lipoic acid. Some intermittent fasting is good. You can actually take spermidine because it does mimic fasting. You can actually, instead of eating carbohydrates every single day, you can actually switch your carbohydrates to last meal of the day instead of being during the daytime. There's a lot of things you can do. I'm actually writing an ebook right now on diabetes. I haven't finished it, and I'm actually going in so much details and so much in specifics what you can do to actually fix the issue without any medications. Cassie, is that the way my mom uses vaccines? Can I take berberine with cinnamon for weight loss? Yeah, you should. It's just you can't take cinnamon too much if you're actually taking any type of blood thinners like you mentioned, and it has to be about 4 hours apart because its half-life is 4 hours for berberine. So what I mean, if you took 500 milligrams, within 4 hours is going to be already 50% of it is gone. Then after that you can take your blood thinner. Same with cinnamon as well too. Don't overuse cinnamon too much because it is highly estrogenic. What do you think of Unimate Balance? I think it's bullshit. They're ripping people off. Just get yourself some chicory fiber, some acacia fiber, and you can get the same effect. All it is just fiber with some traces of vitamins, and I think they're charging like $150 or something. I think it's bullshit. It's just a lot of individuals, a lot of influencers are actually talking about it. And even the company approached me. They're freaking affiliates, like they pay affiliates like crazy. And these guys, they don't care. Whatever they sell everyone on the internet, they don't freaking care. They're just grabbing people's money. Yeah, the stuff does work. It does kind of reduces your insulin and glucose and does prevent, cholesterol. But all it is just fiber. The whole thing shouldn't cost you no more than a couple dollars instead of actually spending $150 a month. Plus, they give you yerba mate tea. You can buy that stuff like per pound for like under $20. It's kind of crazy. I joined your paid community. So much value information there. Thank you. Thanks so much for being part of the community. Really appreciate it. There's a lot of answers there. So if you guys get a chance to browse through it, a lot of valuable information, and I'm constantly putting a lot of information out there. And as a lot of you guys can see, I'm starting to actually spend a lot more time on that. So every question I get asked, I'm gonna put as much details to kind of back up everything, so you guys are aware of exactly what's happening and what's going on. Sorry, I did miss your help with neuropathy. In regards to neuropathy, send me a direct message. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a lot more information than what I'm gonna give you here right now, because I'll have to go a little bit more in details. Some of the questions, I'd love to answer them on here, but if you guys know me for a fact, I tend to go in quite a bit of details because I hate giving short answers. And if you guys join my community, would be greatly appreciated, because you will support me, and at the same time you can ask unlimited questions, and I'll go in so much details and actually helping you guys with everything as much as I could. Total agree. Unimate Balance is a ripoff. It is 100%. It's crazy. My dad taking clonazepam 50 for 3 years now as needed for sleep. Can he stop it abruptly? You could. The only thing is you have to check is let's see. What can you check in regards to that? Yeah, it shouldn't really conflict with anything unless it has some kind of stimulus, which is it doesn't. The only thing is I always check is your GFR level for your kidneys, AST, ALT, and for your liver, and maybe just check a level called MPO just to make sure there's no damage has been done anywhere in the system. What do you think of nettle seed and horsetail for purification of the lymphatics? Yes, excellent. We actually get the or what do you call it, wild horsetail grown in this land where I'm at right now, and I collect them, and we get nettle seeds as well. I collect them. They're actually good for your skin, and other than that, it is good to actually for lymphatic system, for detoxification. I asked Unimate to tell me how much sugar is in one sachet. They keep ignoring me. Send me a picture. I can tell you. I can look at it. I can actually reach out to these guys and ask for certificate of analysis. I know I've asked them for certificate of analysis numerous times, and they ignored me and blocked my email. Because I know they probably know what I was trying to get at, just to know the origin of the products. And it's crazy how much misinformation is out there. If you like all this good information, tap. Guys, yes, please tap, would be great. The more likes I get, I think the more people can join. And my phone is getting wet. Oh, shoot. Berberine and pregnancy, please. Berberine would not conflict with pregnancy as long as you're not exceeding 1,000 milligrams a day. And try to actually take your berberine with food, not an empty stomach. I know I do mention quite a bit berberine to be consumed on an empty stomach before you sleep, but try to kind of take it with food, should not conflict. Keep in mind, berberine is very natural. It's a plant sterol and it's very natural, so it should not really conflict at all. Unless you're taking any other things. Duke, leave that alone, please. Get the ball. You're getting wet. Can you repeat about Apigenin and C60? Wife is asking. So, Apigenin, C60, Spermidin, these are one of your top anti-inflammatory supplements. They are natural, and they do mimic fasting as well too. So it is actually good for anti-aging, for longevity, anti-inflammatory, good for heart health. There's a lot more. I did 2 videos, one on C60 and one on Spermidin. I haven't done one on Apigenin, but I know I have Apigenin included in my ebook on reversing atherosclerosis as well too. Thank you for the gift. Any way to improve eyesight? Nitrate, astaxanthin, lutein. But your most important one is nitrate, because you have to increase the nitric oxide levels. That means so you can vasodilate all the capillaries, so you get more nutrients into your vision. Duke, why are you making a mess, bud? Leave it alone. Leave it. Hey, you gotta give him a treat. He's getting... Duke. Go get wet. Your advice on my skin. Well, any tips for dealing with eczema? Eczema is mostly related to certain allergies or certain foods, mostly dairy and eggs. That would be the first 2 things I would actually discontinue. Try to actually eat more meat and fish. Go as natural as possible. It will take a long time to actually fix and heal the skin. We want to see Duke. Let's show you guys what Duke is doing. There's Duke. Duke, and look what he did to my hose. He just bit it and he steps on it, so I had to tape it up till I get a new one. Right? I think we're gonna give him a little treat. Mozart, talk to you later. 100%. Have a good weekend. Any thoughts on how to help child with autism? Look into Zeolite. I did a couple videos on Zeolite and how to use it. Did you get a chance to watch that? Serve it? If you haven't, please watch them and feel free to ask me any questions. It should definitely help in that. Duke. Are you familiar with antithrombin deficiency? I'll have to look into that. I don't have my computer with me right now, but definitely I can look into it for you. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about it, for sure I can get you some info on it. Like the information I get is going to be like valuable information. So definitely send me a direct message, and or possibly connect to my community, because I'll go a lot more in details on there. If you're not sure where my community is, there's a link in my bio. But even if you send me a direct message, I'll send you the link so you can actually send me the message there. What can slow down cataract, please? Nitrate, astaxanthin, lutein, and bilberry. That would be like your best bet. Is there a way to get the COVID vaccine out of your system? Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a very tough one. That's a very tough one. All you can do is take certain anti-inflammatory, well, you know, I am really testing right now peptides. So maybe peptides could actually help with getting rid of COVID vaccination out of your system. I'm still in a testing phase. I can't really give you much information. And when it comes down to peptides, you will have to inject it yourself because there's no doctor out there or naturopathic would do it. Even if they want to do it, they want to freaking charge you like an arm and a leg because they want to overcharge you for consultation and they want to make sure. So you'll go through at least 3 different consultations before they decide to give you certain peptides. But give me some time. I am looking into the peptides and I'm testing some right now. If I know it's working good, then I can definitely recommend certain ones for you. My doctor put me on metformin and insulin. Do you think insulin is better? Are you type 2 diabetes? Any advice for child with tree nut allergy? Tree nut allergy. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of the stuff I have in my computer. I'll have to actually check it because sometimes I don't really remember everything. But for tree nut allergy, so he has allergies to that. I'll have to check, but I can give you a couple of vitamin names. Zahra, maybe send me a direct message and I'll respond to that question a little bit more in details. Yes, I am type 2 diabetes. Metformin is fine as for type 2 diabetes. You can actually almost replace it with berberine in time. What's the point of taking insulin? Why you want to take insulin for? It's not like you're type 1 or your body's not producing enough or anything like that. So there's no point of taking insulin. If you're type 2 diabetes, your HbA1c, would love to know what the score is. Is it 5.6 or 6 or higher? Then we can actually work on it. But a lot of the stuff, it is fixable. So I am antithrombin deficiency and have had nothing but trouble after the stent that I received 3 years ago. So you're probably, are you getting like a little bit more calcification or plaque build up around the stent? And if that's happening or is causing a lot of inflammation there, that's happening because the idiot, whoever put the stent for you, which is your cardiologist or whoever did it at the hospital, they sometimes, when they force it in too much, too fast, and they end up damaging the artery. So when they damage the artery, it causes a leakage. But I'll give you some information on the antithrombin and how we can actually overcome that issue to actually fulfill that missing gap. Please, can you repeat cataract solution as the net cutout? So you have nitrate supplement because you want to increase and vasodilate the capillaries so you can increase more nutrients. You gotta take astaxanthin of at least 10 milligrams, and you gotta take bilberry. Bilberry, you're gonna be taking about probably 3,000 milligrams a day, and lutein. You can actually get it from food, but 10 milligrams a day would be ideal. It does help quite a bit. Catch. The thing is with total sugars, like we'll have to go a little bit more in details, Asma. Like if you send me a copy of your blood test, I can look at it for you because keep in mind, guys, since I do have my registered clinical nutritionist, I can read and that's why I talk quite highly about blood tests and everything, because I do that's like one of my ultimate thing that I love to talk about and specialize in. So if you have any questions in regard to that, feel free to send me a copy of your blood test. Through my community would be great. And you guys I know I do put a lot of time in answering a lot of free questions, and I know I have a lot of you guys that are actually paying $10 a month to support me. But if you guys, a lot of this stuff, even some of the questions I get, I do put a lot of effort into it. As you can see, I don't just kind of give you like a simple answer, right? So whatever you guys can support me to continue doing this would be great. Then to be honest with you, if I can take this full time, I'll dedicate my time every day, at least 5-6 hours, just on TikTok and answering all you guys' questions and giving you specifics. Because I could be, let's say, your slash online doctor, but I'll be willing to kind of give you all the valuable information. But what I need from you, you have to stay consistent, because I can tell you exactly how you can fix the issue, but you have to stay consistent. Where do you practice? I used to practice here in Canada, and I stopped due to the rent and everything was gone up so high. So I started doing it remotely right now. And what happened is, a lot of the how can I say this? A lot of the companies didn't really want to support me anymore, just because I went remotely. They want me to actually have an office, but to have an office was just being ridiculous, and I could be tied down so much. So this being doing it online, I think, is the best way for everyone, and it's a lot cheaper. This way I don't have to charge as high. Like, to be honest with you, when we had like the clinic I was working on in Calgary, like, average patients will have to pay $150, almost $200 for a 30-minute session, which is ridiculous, just so we can understand what's going on. And you could never really understand everything in 30 minutes. So when I went online, I dropped the price from being at $250 to $50, because I thought this would be a lot more affordable, and it gives a person a chance. Because trust me, after we do the consultation, you're going to turn around and end up buying the supplements. Now, buying the supplements is not cheap, because it could cost you on the upper almost $100 to $200 to actually get what you want to get, right? So a lot of this stuff is expensive. So why overcharge so much for consultation? And that's why a lot of the users, they pay for a consultation, $200-$300 for some of these naturopathic, but they never really follow through, because the supplements end up costing them a couple $100 as well. So I'm trying to make this as affordable as possible. I'm on your protocol at the moment for statins. Which one? Are you doing the to cure cholesterol without statin usage, the ebook that I wrote? Because I wrote an ebook on that, what supplements to use. I'm just gonna brighten my screen. It's so okay. There we go. Now I can see better. This automatic screen brightness is kind of bullshit sometimes. It gets so dark you can't even see. Are you Arabian or Russian? Arabian, Arabic. Molis Sultan, I hope I'm saying it right. eBay? What's an eBay? Ebook. Oh, ebook. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're following the ebook. That's excellent. Yes. Look, we just had a heavy rain, and now the sun is out. So let me show you guys what it looks like here, where I'm at. There's a little sun. There's my little car. There's the temporary fencing that I put out for Duke. There's my view every morning. That's my lumber. I had to cover it from the rain. There's my little trailer, my little shed that I was sitting in, and all the way on the top between the trees there, that's what I'm building, the tiny house. And I'm building 2 small tiny houses as well too, for a retreat. So once this is done, I hope soon, maybe in the next year, we can start inviting you guys up here, and I'll do a lot of educational stuff. Hey, Duke. Duke is getting tired again. It's a beautiful place here, very relaxing. There's my little trailer. It's only a 17 foot. That's what I have to actually stay in till I finish everything. I think there's no point of living in a big freaking house, because 99% of the time we spend our time outside. Inside the doors, all we do is just use it for eating and maybe sleeping. That's it. So I think, all these big houses having like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 square feet, I think is bullshit. We should actually reduce the size, and you can reduce the expenses. I believe a lot of my problems are from inflammation in my arteries. How can I reduce this issue? Inflammation in the arteries is due to atherosclerosis and arterial calcification. This could be reduced. There's about 9 different supplements that actually help the arterial system, and one of the most important one is L-taurine, is one of the most essential one that you would need 3,000 milligrams daily. But I did write the ebook on how to reverse and fix atherosclerosis. Now, there's about 8 or 9 vitamins or supplements I mentioned, but you don't have to take all of them. All you have to take is probably roughly about maybe 2 of them. But you have to find which 2 would actually work for you. And I did a list of all of them. So to give you an example, there's L-taurine would be great. There's vitamin E tocotrienols up to 800 IU to 1200 IUs. There's magnesium chloride, but you have to actually saturate your body with magnesium chloride. There's niacin. So a lot of this stuff will actually prevent oxidation, but as well, what happens is if there's inflammation in the arteries, which falls under the category of lipoprotein small a or LPPLA2, it will actually lower that number or prevent it from oxidizing. And of course, it'll prevent it from getting inflammation in the arteries. What about niacin? Niacin is amazing. I use niacin. I've been using niacin for like 9 years. You can take 500 milligrams to almost 3,000, 4,000 milligrams based on the situation and based on your issue and based on how much triglycerides you have and based on how much oxidized lipids you have. And always take it on an empty stomach with 1 cup of warm water so you can increase the flush, because the more you can increase the flush, the more you can open up your capillaries, and the more you can do that, the more you can burn off your triglycerides. Now, you can take it with foods. A lot of people take it with food because they don't like the effect of the itchiness and feeling red. I'm still looking for it. It's hard to find here in Morocco. Niacin? What about vitamin B3 or nicotinic acid? Because they go by different names in different countries. Definitely check it out. I don't know if you can order it online as well. It's a pretty cheap supplement. I know some companies will ship overseas and stuff. I hope you can find it. Maybe order it from other places. Where are you based? I'd definitely be interested in a retreat. I am in Canada, guys. I am in Canada. I am in British Columbia. I don't know how far it is. For some of you guys, it could be a little bit far, but I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be 100% worth it, whether we do like a 5-day, 7-day, or a 10-day, I think, from, grounding to drinking like spring water. I'll teach you guys everything you want to know. Anything in specific that you guys want to know. We can even go probably fishing. If you guys love fishing, there's a lot of good fish here. So eventually, if that works out with a retreat, I'll definitely buy like a pontoon or something, take you guys fishing even, because it's a beautiful place. I've been fishing for like 22 years, and last year and this year I haven't gone because I have Duke. He doesn't like to sit in a kayak. Right, Duke? So I have to sell the kayak now and maybe get a small pontoon that fits maybe like at least 5-10 people. Love your information. Thank you. I only have it in my multivitamin. And the thing is with multivitamin, when they put niacin, they only put niacinamide. And niacinamide does not affect your cholesterol levels. The only reason a lot of the companies, they're scared to actually put niacin or B3 or let's say nicotinic acid, because people will get the flush effect and they might think it's a side effect of the multivitamins. So they end up asking for a refund. I am north of you. Need help for a day next week? You're north of me. Where about? North of me. Yeah, definitely. Let me know. Let me know if you'd like to come down here. I definitely need help. The thing is, I bought the lumber, and I bought like all 6x6 and 6x8, and I didn't think they would be that heavy. And when I had to remove them from the trailer yesterday, I should have maybe recorded that. That was my workout, because each one was weighing about 450 pounds. It was insane heavy. So I was thinking, how the hell I'm going to actually lift that stuff and build my tiny house, or even build a roof on top of my trailer. I probably need like 6-7 guys to actually help me with that stuff. How can I come and visit? You guys are more than welcome anytime. I'm free anytime, every day after 10:30, because I still wake up every day about 3 or 4 in the morning, and I work for a couple hours for an IT company, just part-time, but I'm done every day at 10:30. You guys are welcome to come here anytime. spend the day, whatever. I know I don't have a whole lot yet to offer, but hopefully in time when I get everything up and going would be great. Awesome. Hey, you guys definitely, you know, if I can put the roof on top of my trailer so I can stay the winter, then I'm gonna start at least building the small two tiny houses for a retreat. At least get that going this summer, because the summer here is very short. But if I can get it done, I think it'll be great. Is it free or cost money to do this? To do which? The retreat or? Well, it has to make like it depends. Like I haven't, because I know there's a lot of retreats out there that they charge arm and a leg for it, and I think it's ridiculous. To me, you know, I'm very thankful for a lot of stuff, but sometimes we still sometimes need money to actually fix or build certain things. So I haven't really decided, what would be a fee or cost wise, that let's say you as an individual, if you decided to come down here, let's say for 5 days, what would you spend? Like I know any hotels or any places like that, they charge an upper $200 a night. I'm not gonna charge that. It could be like a free stay for 5 days. Maybe the only thing you end up paying maybe a little bit for the food, or possibly, what do you think I could be worth if I'm, taking you guys and doing a lot of activities or whatever it is, right? Then I'll have to figure that out. I haven't really decided what would be, but I need something that is affordable. I don't want something that, people are going to think that I'm out there to make money or get rich and rip people off. I hate that mentality, and I'm not that type of person. If I was that type of person, I wouldn't be giving so much detailed and information over TikTok. And if you watch my videos, I give like a solution to a lot of the stuff out there. Where do you live in Canada? In BC, British Columbia. I want to go fishing. Haven't been since I was a young girl in Upper Peninsula, Michigan. Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be a great experience. Definitely it would be. I'm trying to actually work hard at it to actually have it fully on the go by next season. It is still a lot of work, but I definitely want to get it done. So, even if next year we can, I can have at least, every week have at least 2 or 3 people come down, I think it'll be great. I also have MTHFR. I can't absorb folate. Maybe that contribute to my heart trouble. 100%. That's why you gotta take methylfolate. Methylfolate and methylcobalamin have to be consumed daily. Methylfolate you have to take about 5,000 micrograms. It's a high dose, but that's the only way you can get it absorbed into your body. But your large intestine and small intestine, they have to be actually sufficient enough to actually absorb it. That's why you have to take digestive enzymes with it. I have blurred vision. Recently had eye test. They said no changes. Like I said, eye issues happen because lack of oxygen, lack of nutrients going to the eye, because restriction of the capillaries. We would have enough nutrients going there, and the only way you can keep that working is with nitrate supplement to vasodilate and increase your oxygen flow. But of course, at the same time, you do have to be grounded. You do have to actually get your body into a relaxation stage. And the best way to get your body into a relaxation stage is by taking sometimes L-theanine to help calm down the body and, allow your arterial system to stay flexible. What's your tea company? What's your tea company? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. What's your tea company? Can I come? But I live in Toronto. Of course you can come. Toronto to BC, how many hours is that? I think what is it? Like probably 4 hours flight, then another maybe 3 hours to my destination from the closest airport. I think it's about 4 hours destination to my closest airport. Yeah, I think I'm about 4 hours. That's a long drive. But it is doable. As long as it's affordable, I would love to. Yeah, 100%. See, I'll have to almost like look at this per individual, because I know like a lot of you, when they gonna come down, will have to actually check, like, the ticketing system, all that stuff. But if that stuff has been paid on your end, like, I have no, I'll say, you know what, I'm not gonna, let's say, charge for the day rate. What they do will be like a stay, free stay for like 5-7 days. The only thing maybe you'll have to kind of put in is whatever the coverage of, let's say, maybe certain foods or certain things. Because keep in mind, out here, you're gonna probably be eating a lot more carnivorous food more than anything. So it'll be like a lot of meat, a lot of eggs, a lot of fish, not much of the junk bullshit stuff. And I'm very, very strict on stuff like that. But definitely, I'll have to put everything together. And I think with you guys' help, we can do this. When is the best time to chat over the phone? Would really like to go over a plan. I do have a link under my profile picture. If you click there, you can actually click on book an appointment. Then you can see my time frame, and you can pick whatever time that works best for you, and we can kind of talk over the phone. I think you're the most informative person on TikTok. Thank you. I really appreciate that. iHerb app is easy shipping. Yeah, I think iHerb ships everywhere, worldwide almost. Worldwide, which is nice. Hey, Duke, what are you doing? You relaxing there? Let me show you what Duke's doing. He's just sitting all the way there under the shade. We have neighbors across from there, and they have 2 dogs as well. They're his girlfriends. They have me on Repatha now, and my LDL is under 60, but I'm still having trouble. Yeah, the LDL has nothing to do with the inflammation, by the way. And LDL is required to actually reduce the inflammation. That's the problem with a lot of these doctors. They say, well, you're having that inflammation, it is causing calcification, blockage, and everything. So, hey, let's reduce your LDL as much as possible. But reducing LDL is not really the answer. Your LDL is still essential for your brain health, for your gut health, for a lot of other things. The thing is, these guys have to go after is why is the deficiencies happening and how we can actually fix that deficiency. Not just let's keep giving you statins and Repatha so we can lower the LDL. The LDL has nothing to do with it. Now, we know LDL is atherogenic only if it's oxidized. Only if it's oxidized. What about omeprazole? I hear at the new that is dangerous not to take it. Isn't that used? What is that used for? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. My mind is not up there. That's mostly lol girlfriends. That's mostly for weight loss, isn't it? Is there any help with pulmonary hypertension? Yes. What do you want to know? My HEB is 10.3. You guys, sometimes when you guys throw some questions at me, I might not be able to answer them right away just because I don't have my notes here. And sometimes I do need a lot more information than just, a simple question, because I'll have to know a little bit more in details what's happening. And I hate giving short answers. For acid reflux, like, see, the problem with acid reflux, all it is food combining. Once you get your food combining set and you actually refix your acidity level, you don't need to take any medications or anything. What are supplements that reverse aging? You got spermidine, you got C60, you got NR. I know a lot of people use NMN. I don't like NMN. I like NR instead. Nicotinamide riboside is just it's a lot more bioavailable as well too. There's resveratrol as well too, works pretty good, only if it's mixed with olive oil. So what's the best way to slam my CRP? I started my CRP being at 10. Vitamin E tocotrienols 400 to 800 IU, reduces that. Carbon C60. I have the link in my bio with 10% off from one of the companies I deal with. They're really nice people. That brings down your CRP levels as well too. Easily you can reduce it. But your top one would be your vitamin E tocotrienols and spermidine. Tablets to reduce acidity in the stomach. Yeah, the thing is, you don't want to reduce the acidity. The more you reduce the acidity, the more you'll allow pathogens to thrive. So the idea is to increase the acidity and not lower the acidity. Duke, what do you see? Where I will get these? Wait, bro, this is too much information in one time. Oh, okay. So a lot of the stuff I talk about, guys, with the supplements, everything I talk about on supplements, I do have them under my profile bio. You can actually check them out. There's nicotinamide riboside, which is NR. That's what is the precursor of NAD+. There's spermidine. There's C60 as well. All these are on my profile I talk about. It's frozen. What's frozen? Duke, who are you barking at? What do you even see? What are you looking at? Let's go see what's going on. There's nothing. Hey guys, let's get a couple likes here. Tap the screen so we can get more people coming in and joining. I know usually I don't come in that late sometimes. When I came earlier, there was a lot more people. On a Saturday, I think everybody's enjoying the weekend. I hope so. Awesome, I will check it out. Here, Duke, with me. Good boy. What's going on? What are we gonna do today? It's getting really hot. Yeah, every time it rains or anything like that happens, there's always deers coming by, or sometimes coyotes. Oh, my screen has frozen. Okay. Is it still frozen? Some people are screaming because we have neighbors across, like even if it is off grid, like there's still a highway and stuff like that. Would love it to be like completely off grid, like where there's nobody around you, but there is. I got neighbors on the right side, really nice guy. Neighbors on the left side, we have somebody across as well too on the other side of the mountain. I'm trying to actually isolate myself. That's why I'm going as high as possible. I enjoy having a couple of glasses of wine every night. Is it contributing to inflammation? Alcohol, now over consumption of alcohol, definitely it is, because it puts a lot of stress on the liver. I can't say yes or no to it because it depends on the wine, whether it's a sweet wine or a dry wine. If it is a dry one, it does not really cause that much, but still, having one or maybe 2 cups a day is fine, but overdoing it more than that, then we have to kind of look into your insulin sensitivity levels. But if your insulin sensitivity level is quite good, then I don't think that would actually contribute to the issue. Hyaluronic acid, is it effective when it comes to anti-aging? It's okay if you're using it topically. If you're using it topically, it's not bad for the skin. But if you want to use it for anti-aging, it's better to kind of go with NR and any of that stuff, because you want to actually rejuvenate the body from the inside. What do you eat in a day? So I eat about 1 to 2 pounds of meat a day, and probably up to 10 eggs daily. That's like my meals here. Don't really eat any junk or anything like that. Would love to get my hands on, like, say, olives, like fermented olives or fermented cucumbers, but I don't have access to it right now here where I'm at. Would like to actually have avocados. I don't have access to that here either. So it's very, very limited. So that's my daily intake of food, mostly meat and eggs, and sometimes imported cheese if I can get my hands on it. I do a lot of my stuff as ordering because our closest town is about 20 minutes away from here, and the store they have there, they don't carry anything that great. I was planning on buying it as a supplement. Are high DHT levels good or it depends? It depends. It could be both, good or not. If because sometimes it does contribute to some hair loss or dysfunctional thyroid, but it all varies. We'll have to do like a little bit more blood testing specific to find out. Why 10 eggs? Why? What's wrong with 10 eggs? Is that too much? I was planning on buying it as a supplement. Are you Arab? Yes, I am. How do you feel about Unimate and Balance? That's on Tim Talk. I think that's bullshit. They're just out there to rip people off. Very simple. I hope they're listening to this because I've said this a million times. They're just an affiliate company that they're ripping people off. You can actually buy that stuff yourself from like iHerb and other places, and all it is just 2 or 3 different type of mixes of fiber that you can buy yourself for a fraction of the cost. And they actually have Yerba Mate. You can buy 2-3 pounds of that stuff for like $20. So I think they're just ripping people off like crazy. Best vitamin supplements for hair loss. Hey, I have hair loss too. But the best thing would be like a B complex would be great. Trace minerals would be great to actually use, and you have to actually massage your scalp with like rosemary oil. Tell me your best and worst meats. Best and worst? Meat is meat. Like if you're eating anything from a steer or beef, for example, any cuts is fine. Who cares about the, whether it's tough or not? Because sometimes you get guys where they're spending hundreds of dollars to kind of eat a ribeye or so on and so forth. I think meat is meat, whether it's sirloin steak, ribeye, or whether it's flank steak or rib roast or whatever it is. Meat is meat at the end of the day. It's still going to give you the same protein value and same vitamin and mineral value. What do you think of NMN? NMN is not bad. I like NR instead because it's more bioavailable to our body and it increases your NAD levels almost twice as fast. What about castor oil? Is that good too? Yeah, you can use castor oil. You can use castor oil on your gout. You can use it on for hair loss. You can use it for a lot of other things. What supplements for IBS, the edema? You got digestive enzymes. You got hydrochloric acid. You got bile acids. You got probiotics, prebiotics. There's so many. Hair regrowth tips. Just probably try the rosemary oil first and some vitamin B complex. See how that works out. What is NMN? It's mostly used for longevity. There's NMN, which is a precursor of NAD+, or there's NR. I did a video on both. Definitely check it out. I think NMN is going to start to get very, very hard to find, that the government is going to end up probably putting a stop onto it. But NMN, what is it? Nicotinamide nucleotide stands for, and you get NR, nicotinamide riboside. Thoughts on megadose and vitamin C for heart health? Yeah, you can do that. What's wrong with it? You could do the vitamin C. Try not to exceed 3,000 milligrams per dose, because if you do more than that, you could actually get soft stool effect. So 3,000 milligrams every 4 hours would be ideal. So you could be reaching anywhere between 9 to 12 grams daily for heart health. But vitamin C would be great. That's one option of taking powder. Or if you don't want to take that much in powder, you can take liposomal because it has more higher bioavailability. You can take maybe about 2 grams or 3 grams of liposomal is equivalent to about 12 to 18 grams of your powder intake. But keep in mind, you do need, for heart health, usually it's used to unlock the lipoprotein small a that causes oxidation. So you definitely want to use lysine and proline as well too. For hair loss, try to find a mix of oils, caffeine, etc. I use the oil from Plant Made. Dermarol roller anti-DHT shampoo seems good too. Can't see how much worked. I started all at once. Yeah, man, if let me know how it works. I wouldn't mind checking that out for sure. Like right now, all I've been using is just rosemary oil. They say, do it twice a week before you take a shower, and sometimes I totally forget. I've only been using it for about a week as well. Have not really done much. I use Cardio C. Cardio C is not bad. It's just unfortunate the person that actually came up with the Cardio C did experience a heart attack as well too. I think I was reading one research paper in regards to that. You're trying, the combination is good. It's based on Linus Pauling method. I still continue taking niacin if it makes me extremely itchy. Yeah, 100%. From the Vitamin C Foundation. I am aware of that, Fernando. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've even tested it myself, and I start taking all the formula by itself separately. Proline, lysine, and vitamin C. But it is missing other ingredients too that could help, such as L-carnitine, niacin, and D-ribose would be a great mix as well to boost it up. What are the side effects of finasteride and minoxidil? I don't know. I'll have to look into it, because minoxidil I think is used for hair loss. I'll have to check to see if it has any adverse side effect. How long will the itchiness and burning last? Could be anywhere between 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Minox crashed. My blood pressure has already low. I don't recommend, but works really fast. Thanks for your knowledge. Cheers. I have friends using these and it works faster than natural remedies but has side effects. My last stent was 5 months ago. Now I'm having same symptoms that took me to the hospital. Really full. I need a little bit more information in regards to that stent issue. Definitely, like I said, connect with me and we can kind of go a little bit more in details and actually go from there. Can definitely help you with the supplement line and everything. Book an appointment with me. Let's discuss it in more details. Would be great. I mean, will it still last the more I take it? It takes 1.5 for it to go away. It doesn't mean if you take more it'll last longer. You can actually have the effect of the flush could be 30 minutes, could be up to 45 minutes. Let's just say whether you take 200 milligrams or 400 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams, you're still going to get the same effect. It doesn't mean if you take more, higher dose, you're going to get more of an extreme flush. The first time you might maybe get an extreme flush. After that, it just start to drop slowly. The only reason you're having that in your eyes, Fernando, is lack of oxygen flow. I know you're taking the cardio. It should increase the oxygen flow, but you might be deficient in nitric oxide, so you might want to take nitrate supplement. Thoughts on MSM for the eyes? MSM, isn't that was mostly used for joints and stuff because it's high in sulfur? Is that the one you're referring to, Manaf? Any recommendation for treatments of pericarditis and microcarditis? Yes, send me a direct email, a direct message, English Buck, and I'll give you some information in regard to that and the supplement line you're supposed to use. So MSM is very high in sulfur. So sulfur helps the vision a bit, but to what extent I'll have to find out. I have not really tested MSM much. The only reason we've tested MSM with certain individuals to actually, because it does cause arterial flexibility when consumed with taurine, but I have not really tested it for the vision. I'll have to check into that. Now for the vision, I highly recommend taurine, and taurine has sulfur too, so maybe it could be good for the vision. I'll have to test it out and do some testing to see what it's like. Dr. Sam Byrne sells MSM. You can find MSM anywhere. It's a very cheap product, by the way. 1,000 grams of diabetes, retinal bleeding. Yeah, like I know we can't, like I know with MSM technically it does cause a mutation as well too if consumed more than a gram a day. I'll have to look into it a little bit more in depth. I don't have a whole lot of information on it. Taurine, does it boost growth hormone? I haven't come across any studies that boost growth hormone from taurine. I know it is used it's heavily found in the eyes, in the brain, and in the heart, taurine. And taurine is excellent for the vision, but I can't say that it does boost the growth hormone. Growth hormone is mostly plays a role with arginine and ornithine. They're both amino acid. I have high blood pressure, 160/90. Doctor gave me losartan, 50 milligrams. Yeah, they do that, high blood pressure. If you do want to get off of them, check out my ebook on how to cure high blood pressure. I wrote one in specific in regards to a lot of these issues, and you can actually reduce the blood pressure and actually balance it very, very well. Follow the information through my ebook. It talks about supplements and it talks about certain blood work to get. How much taurine a day? Anywhere between 3,000 to 9,000 milligrams daily. Will the moon help my eyes? 100%. The more oxygen flow you have, the better it is. Especially, ice bath. 140/80. Yeah, but your systolic is still high. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day today. Methyl sulfur things. Yeah, 100%. I'm just gonna call it a day. Just getting a little bit tired. Had a frozen live. What I'll do is, Asma, I'll try to see if I can download this video and post it on YouTube, because I did cover a lot of good information on it, and maybe you can watch it after, because I did cover quite a bit of information since you were gone, and I'm still getting a lot of questions as I speak. When you're gonna be live again? I'll try to do it again tomorrow. How do I find it? If you click on my picture, there's a link right under my picture. If you click on that link, it's gonna show you all my ebooks that I wrote. You can actually get it ASAP. If you can't find it, send me a direct message through Messenger. I'll respond. Guys, I'm gonna try to come here daily if I could. It depends how busy I get with trying to finish my little tiny house in time, but definitely I'll try to put on as much. I'll try to come in as much as possible. If not, definitely touch base by message, and I'll be more than happy to do a couple of videos as well too. Thank you so much. Great information, which I trust. Been at this a while. Thanks so much, G-Man. Appreciate all your info. Are you in the US? I am in Canada, Silva. Guys, enjoy the weekend. And if things are good tomorrow, I'll definitely stop by. In the meantime, cheers, and we'll chat later, guys.